The Little Green Man, or LGM, really stands out as a unique Pokemon. We're rating them all, and its stat spread is kind of unfortunate. 85 special attack is amazing for a first stage Pokemon, but you pair that with 30 speed and 55 in defenses for a Pokemon that doesn't evolve until level 42. Again, another mid-game Unova Pokemon that would have been fantastic as an early game Pokemon. Its move pool is solid for sure, but there's nothing special enough for it to overcome its aforementioned shortcomings. 2 stars in battle prowess. Then you can't get Elgyem until mid-game in Unova, its sequels, and Alola. Only saved a bit by being a tad earlier in Galar, but that will bring its average up to 3.5 stars. But concept is definitely this line's strong suit. They're very clearly based on aliens, or Little Green Men, LGM, where it does draw its inspiration along with plenty of different historical and pop culture references to aliens. Which is awesome for sure, but a little on the nose, so I'll go with 4 stars. But I personally like its design a lot more than its evolutions. This is very clearly a little green alien. With the different colored finger lights found in plenty of different alien depictions, the glyphs or symbols on the big oval head, and the glowing green eyes. And on top of that, it's actually a fairly cute little guy with the stumpy little legs and tail. Underrated design for a fairly forgettable Pokemon, 4 stars, which will give Elgyem the final score of 3.375 stars overall. Beheeyem, the bug-eyed monster, and LGM, the Little Green Man, are such clever names for a Pokemon. We're rating them all, and thankfully Beheeyem takes a huge step up in battle. 125 special attack is awesome, and 95 special defense is really good, and its physical side is even respectable, but that speed is awful. Thankfully its move pool does make up for that. Even just getting Psychic, Calm Mind, and Recover by level up is amazing, and then you add on plenty of coverage and even some support through TMs. But sadly, Trick Room, which would absolutely push it up to the next level, is locked behind the post-game in Gen 5. Now thankfully you can get it a bit earlier in the other regions, but I think that'll end up being 4.5 stars in battle prowess. And even though you'll only have to raise Elgyem around 15 or so levels to evolve it, bringing that little weakling anywhere near level 42 is awful. So Beheeyem's availability will take a small hit down to 3 stars. But as we talked about with Elgyem, Beheeyem is very clearly based on an alien, with all sorts of different historical and pop culture references to aliens. But it does take it a tad further with its in-game lore of stealing Dubwool and floating around wheat fields, which is a really fun way to implement a cool idea, 4.5 stars. But design is where it gets a bit tricky. I personally think Elgyem looks a bit better. It's cuter and generally more appealing. But Beheeyem might actually be like a better design. I like how its head shape doubles as kind of a UFO shape while also being the very clear top hat to the trench coat idea for its body, which is a pretty funny way to portray an alien coming to Earth and trying to blend in. This part is probably just a preference thing, but I do think that the green Elgyem looks a bit better. I think a green alien just fits better. So I think I'll lean on the polls with this one and give it that same 4 stars, which beams up Beheeyem to an even 4 stars overall.